the Ford Show. Ford Motor Company of Australia presents the Ford Show Orchestra led by Bob Gibson with Peggy Brooks, Ray Dixon, Ted Hamilton, and the Consoleers, while the man at the wheel is yours truly, David Lowe. As guest tonight, we'll be introducing another star from the big show at the stadium, America's Cathy Carr. Tonight's Ford Show opens with music and song from the Consoleers, a bright, brisk little number which says, I know that you know.
I know that you know that I'll go where you go. I'll always choose you, won't lose you. I wish you knew how much I long to hold you in my arms. This time is my time, will soon be good night time. And in the starlight, hold me tight, with one more little kiss and nighty-night. This time is my time, will soon be good night time. And in the starlight, hold me tight, with one more little kiss, say nighty-night, say nighty-night.
Horse and buggy transport gave way to the horseless carriage, or the car as we know it today. Of course, its shape and performance have changed radically during the 50-odd years since the first horseless carriage. Two of its most revolutionary developments were first the self-starter, and now the automatic drive. Engineers have been striving constantly to evolve an easier method of transmission, that is, of transferring power from the motor to the driving wheels. They finally developed the fluid type of drive. Ford resources and know-how were applied to the task of perfecting this automatic transmission. Fordomatic is the result, and after being proven by millions of miles test driving in Canada and USA, now comes to Australia as optional equipment with V8 Custom Line. The Fordomatic Custom Line has neither gear lever nor clutch. There are only two pedals, accelerator and brake. When you want to go, you simply step on the accelerator. To stop, you apply the brake. The gears change automatically both up and down. Driving becomes ridiculously easy and so much safer because your eyes are free to watch the road, your hands free for steering and signaling. There's a friendly Ford dealer in your neighborhood, and he'll gladly provide a Fordomatic Custom Line for a test drive. See him this week. From the portfolio of Bing Crosby comes a gay little picture of the 30s. We'll make hay while the sun shines, from Ray Dixon.
Take me where the daisies cover the country lanes. We'll make hay while the sun shines. We'll make love when it rains. Take me where the songbirds thrill you with sweet refrains. We'll make hay while the sun shines. We'll make love when it rains. From the hustle and the bustle of the city, we'll become a pair of country folk. In a little cottage sitting pretty, we'll be Mr. and Mrs. Doak. So won't you take me where the daisies cover the country lane. We'll make hay while the sun shines. We'll make love when it rains. And the bustle of the city, We'll become a pair of country folks in a little cottage sitting pretty. We'll be Mr. and Mrs. Stokes, so won't you take me where the daisies cover the country lane? We'll make hay while the sun shines. What do we care if the moon shines? We'll make hay while the sun shines, baby.
Romance in rhythm, revealed in a tender little blueprint of love at first sight. My Heart Stood Still from Peggy Brooks.
I took one look at you, that's all I meant to do, but then my heart stood still. My feet could step and walk, my lips could move and talk, and yet my heart stood still. Though not a single word was spoken, I could tell you knew. That unfelt clasp of hands told me so well you knew. I never lived at all until the thrill of that moment when my heart stood still. I could tell you knew. That unfelt clasp of hands told me so well you knew. I never lived at all until the thrill of that moment when my heart stood still.
This time, Bob Gibson and the singing strings of the Forte Orchestra fulfilled some recent requests for the nostalgic refrain of an old Zagani romance, Flamenco Love. From the album of Nat King Cole comes a hit parade favorite as Ted Hamilton recalls Night Lights.
Night lights, those blues in the night lights are no longer bright lights since I'm without you. Sweet dream, oh where did they fly to? You're gone, and whom can I cry to? Those night lights remind me of bright eyes and beautiful white lies, too good to be true. As I go on my way, with all my heart I pray that those night lights will lead me to you. And beautiful white lies, too good to be true. As I go on my way, with all my heart I pray that those night lights will lead me to you.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Ivory Tower Girl, Cathy Carr.
Come down from your ivory tower. Let love come into your heart. Hello, you lovers, whoever you are. I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love like you. Be brave, you lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on the chance that you'll meet, and you meet not really by chance. Don't cry, you lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry, I'm with you. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've been in love like you.
Thank you, Cathy Carr, and may I have the pleasure of offering you a great big welcome to Australia and, of course, the Ford Show.
Well, thank you. I'm so very happy to be here. I really am.
Tell me, Cathy, did you enjoy your trip out here to Australia all right?
Oh, I had a wonderful, wonderful trip on Qantas. It was just great.
That's what everybody says about Qantas. Australia's own airline. Cathy, it's time for some more music. I don't like to put you back to work too soon, but I know you want to sing, and we'd love to hear you. What's the next?
Well, thank you. I'd like to do my very latest recording. It's being released here this week. It's called Un Momento. It took one moment, un momento, just one moment to lose my heart, and then it happened, un momento, one sad moment we were apart. Together we were in heaven. Now heaven has lost its charms. I'd give the world for un momento, just one moment back in your arms. Together we were in heaven. Now heaven has lost its charms. I'd give the world for un momento, just one moment back in your arms. Just one moment back in your arms. Thank you ever so much. I hate to be so commercial, but I can't help it at this point because I'd like to tell you that this next song that I'm going to do is from my new album, long-playing album, you know, and which is called Ivory Tower. But this one song is kind of dedicated to those of you who might like rock and roll. I think we have a few of you here tonight. Anyway, we'd like to do it for you. It's a very tender song. It's called Oh, Baby. When the moon starts shining and the sun melts away and it gets dark over the city, in my bed I lie crying. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, come home. Oh, my baby didn't tell no stories. My baby didn't tell no lies. My baby said he's gonna leave me. My baby sure said goodbye. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, come home to me. Well, my baby didn't go for my flirting. My baby said he wasn't my man. My baby didn't go for my fighting, and he left me with my heart in my hand. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, come home to me. Oh, baby, come on home to me. Thank you, music lovers. Right now, I'd like to do the song that I'm very, very grateful to because it's done so much for me. And I want to thank you all personally because it did so well here in Australia. Ivory Tower. Come down from your ivory tower. Let love come into your heart. Don't lock yourself in an ivory tower. Don't keep us so far apart. I love you. I love you. Are you too far above me to hear? Come down from your ivory tower. You'll find true love has its charms. It's cold, so cold in your ivory tower, and warm, so warm in my arms. I love you. I love you. Are you too far above me to hear? Come down from your ivory tower. You'll find true love has its charms. It's cold, so cold in your ivory tower, and warm, so warm in my arms.
And it's thank you from the Ford Show to a very fine artist indeed, America's Cathy Carr. It doesn't matter whether you've been driving for years or just a while. The moment you sit behind the wheel of a Ford-built vehicle, you'll realize how good a really good car can be. It's the same with Ford-built commercial vehicles and the big range of trucks. Ford has over 50 years' experience in building what's wanted and building it better. Today, Ford makes a vehicle for every purpose and every pocket. Ford-built is your guarantee of quality and dependability. Ford-built brings you the finest features first and so much more for your motoring money. See your friendly Ford dealer and choose the Ford that fits your future. Accent on rhythm. Bringing the show to a lively conclusion for this evening, Bob Gibson, the Ford Show Orchestra and Singers present a succession of song hits in toe-tapping tempo in which drums, woodwinds, and reeds combine in jazz time. Setting the pace with I Got Rhythm. The breeze in the trees making sweet melodies, and they called it the birth of the blues.
They heard the breeze in the trees singing with melody, and they played that the start of the blues. And from a jail came the wail of a downhearted frail, and they played that as part of the blues.
From a whippoorwill out on a hill, they took a new note. They blew a horn till it was worn into a blue note.
And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues.
And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues.
Last of all, a reminder that this restless, irresistible thing called jazz came directly from the haunting harmonies of the colored folk. Yes, all God's children got rhythm.
All God's children got rhythm. All God's children got swing.
Maybe haven't got money, maybe haven't got shoes. All God's children got rhythm for to push away the blues, yeah.
All God's children got trouble. Trouble's only a thing.
When they start to go holy, 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 trouble's bound to go away. Say, all God's children got swing, swing, swing.
They gave the world the blues to sing it, and when they play, they call it Dixieland. All God's children got rhythm and
This week, the Ford Show featured as guest star America's Cathy Carr from The Big Show at the Stadium. You also heard Ray Dixon, Peggy Brooks, Ted Hamilton, the Consoleers, and the Ford Show Orchestra led by Bob Gibson. The Ford Show is produced and directed by Darcy Fitzgerald. David Lowe speaking. A reminder, too, to listen for the Ford Show again at the same time next week, presented by Ford Motor Company of Australia. The Ford Show is broadcast over an Australia-wide network to our armed forces and shortwave listeners around the world through Radio Australia. So until the same time next week, it's good night from
F-O-R-D.
And remember, wherever you go, wherever you are, watch the Fords go by.